es erron coni de enacomputers.com. Otro video para ti hoy. Another printer problem. This one deals with ignorance or just plain stupidity or the same old whatever, just computer clowns, computer buffoons that just, why buy technology if you don't know how to use it? But let me cut to the chase. We will read verbatim. Can't register it. Says I need a passphrase. Do you know what they were trying to do? Huh? They were trying to connect their printer to their wireless router. They were trying to print wirelessly. Yeah. Here's a tip. Get a brain. Number 1. Number 2, receive proper computer training, and that includes printers. They were trying to install a Hewlett-Packard Officejet Professional 8740, and it was brand new. They just purchased it, and they were trying to install it. I just got it today on it, and I'm installing it. Well, good for you. Okay. They even told me when. This morning. They must have ran to Staples or Best Buy or, whatever. Computer Micro Center? I don't know. I have been trying to get the PIN also, but never received an email with the PIN. And they were using Windows 10 operating system. Micro crap, micro slop, wind blows. And they were trying to connect it wirelessly, Wi-Fi. They were trying to print wirelessly. Alright, so let me scroll down. This is very important. So here's another tip. Well, here's a bunch of tips when it comes to printing wirelessly. You need to realize that in order to print wirelessly, data packets, because of physics, are radio waves. Those radio waves must travel from your printer to your wireless router. Hence the term wireless. Here's a tip. Get the wireless router model number. You're going to need to know the passphrase. You're going to need to know the Wi-Fi SSID and passphrase, or you're going to have to use the WPS feature. Here's a third tip. The WPS button is never on the printer itself. The WPS button is on the router, the wireless router. A lot of times they're combos. Even your internet service provider might have built-in wireless, which is prevalent nowadays, and it may have a WPS button. The WPS button is never on your wireless printer. It is on your wireless router or your internet router that also has Wi-Fi built in. So when you press the WPS button, it talks to your printer and allows you to connect it. It's just another way to connect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. With the end users that I support, I don't know which one is more difficult. There is no easy button. I know the YouTube technology shills, they propagandize and they, puppet dumb shit, capitalistic commercials like, Staples easy button. No. With an average computer user, there is nothing easy. Everything is rocket science for them. So you have to dumb it down to a childlike level. Even children understand technology better than most of these buffoons that I support. They had a TrendNet 300. Well, it said 300 megabits per second, but that might have been the model. It might have not have been. Might not have been. That's not very good grammar. Might not have been. Might not have been. Now, they claimed that there was only one button on the router, an on-off switch. But guess what? Like the idiot, the moron that I was on that day, I assumed that they were being honest to me, truthful, reality. No. I gave them instructions, well, you're fucked. Well, I didn't use the F word, but I basically stipulated you're fucked. You're going to have to go get an Ethernet cable or a USB cable. And they said, well, okay, I'll go get one, and tomorrow I will evaluate you with a 0 score so you don't receive compensation. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to bend you over, sodomize you. Well, guess what? Later on in this abstract buffoonery called communication over the internet, they figured it out. They found the goddamn button. Right here. What were they looking at? I found a WPS button on the router. Now, I don't know. I linked them to some instructions. That might have been the right router model, too. I don't know. I'm thinking I might send them to a... Here. I will look at the page. They had a TrendNet, I think what, 230? Oh my God, the internet here is atrocious. Jesus fucking Christ. As you can see, I'm not religious. If you're offended by that, fuck you, get off my YouTube channel. I am not religious. I deplore religion. Religion to me is mental illness. It's schizophrenic to think that a real God exists when there is no proof of it. Anyways, okay, finally loaded. Well, I like to fill in, you can't have dead air on the internet. Okay, so they did have a TrendNet router. They had an N300 wireless home router. So here is again my lecture. This is a wireless home router designed for computer buffoons that don't know anything, and yet they're still too complicated. Connect computers with one touch Wi-Fi protected setup. That's what WPS stands for. Wi-Fi protected setup. The button is always on the router, never on your printer. And they must have figured it out. I don't know how they figured it out, because I'm looking at it right here and it doesn't point to the button. They might have looked at the images. That's probably what happened. They went through this URL, Uniform Resource Locator. There's other pictures, and must have found the button. But remember they told me that there was only one button. Well, they lied. Technically, that's a lie, or it's not the truth. Well, how come it took 2 times to figure out that there's a goddamn WPS button on this N300 wireless router by TrendNet, huh? Because you're dealing with just mental midgets that just... Americans are fueled by emotions and they refuse to use logic. All right. Enough lecturing. They found the WPS button, and I told them to try the WPS button when they were installing the printer. Okay, so here are some more tips. When you install printers, don't ever connect the printer to your computer yet, especially not with the USB cable. But this doesn't deal with the USB cable, but even Wi-Fi, don't do it. Wait until the software prompts you to connect your printer to, either your printer to your computer. Wait until the software prompts you to. It saves a lot of time. And in these days, usually you get 3 choices: USB cable connection, wireless connection, Ethernet connection. Now, but a lot of printers now, you only get 2 choices now: USB and wireless. I don't know why they don't include Ethernet, or maybe because these people are are using wireless internet and the software installation does not detect an Ethernet connection, here we go. Distraction number one. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyways, that is the proper time to then connect your printer to your computer. When the software installation asks you to, it gives you choices, multiple choice. Just like when you were 6 years old, or just like when you were in the 12th grade. Which would, well, 6th grade, 12th grade, whatever. I told them to try the WPS button because now they fucking found it. And now get this. Now check out this response. And I'm going to start laughing. Yes. Can it eliminate the cable? Yes. Well, no, here that's what I responded with. But I'm still laughing. Might that eliminate the cable requirement? I'm reading verbatim. I told him, try the WPS button now. Because they found it. And they responded with, might that eliminate the cable requirement? Well, gee, I wonder why. Well, you submitted a ticket and you wanted me to help you install your printer wirelessly. Is that not the definition of wireless? Tell me. Please, somebody tell me in the audience. Is that not the definition of wireless? Wireless. Therefore, you don't have wire. Wireless. The word less means more. I get this all day long. The just stupidest retorts. I'm a sadomasochist because I'm oh my God. And I said, yes, it can eliminate the cable. Of course it's going to eliminate the cable because you're trying to print wireless. That's what they asked me to help them with to begin with. Why would you even ask that question? It's like they're not even on the same wavelength. Where are they? Where is their brain? Is it in a staple? That's what I'm afraid of. See? Society is dumbed down intentionally. And those dumb shit commercials, the easy button from Staples. I literally think these computer clowns think that that's how information technology works. Everything is an easy button. Just, it's a big red button, and you just bang on it, and poof, your printer miraculously starts printing wireless across the world. You can now print from a space shuttle, although the space shuttle program has been, retired. But you know what I'm saying. Oh my God. That was it. Oh man. Oh, that's classic, man. Oh. Whew. I was just might that eliminate the cable? Well, let's see, the last time I checked, I don't even feel like talking about any tips. I'm going to make another video for today, and I'm sure it'll be about a printer. I'm sure I'm going to either start laughing or get clinically mentally ill, and I don't know. Yeah. a W. Yeah, I wonder what this WPS button for. Well, gee, I wonder if wireless printing. Do I still need the cable? I should have told them. No, just go out and buy the Ethernet cable, and while you're at it, buy a USB cable and connect the printer that way, and then also go out and buy an Ethernet cable and connect your printer that way, and then also make sure that you use the WPS button and connect that way, and make sure you use an SSID and passphrase. If some of these clowns actually try to print with 3 different connections. You want to know how that one turns out? Adios.